Okay, so this is immediately right after I just ended the last video. So hopefully I can carry on the same energy and same vibe, just with spoilers this time. So guys, if you guys haven't seen Doctor Strange of the Multiverse of Madness, go watch it and then come back watch this one. Because right now, I'm about to be spoiling everything. And I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts on this movie. So, log out if you have not seen Doctor Strange. But also, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button before you do. So, come back. Alright. Now, to get into spoilers. Spoilers! Again, that was just a second warning if nobody caught on to the first one. But man, oh man. They really did it. They brought in John Krasinski, Patrick Stewart. Oh my god, seeing those two really made me happy. And the way that whole scene ended, speechless, honestly. That's how I was in the theater. I was just like, no way. They blew up their heads or fucking broke their neck. That was crazy. I know I'm just talking about this one specific scene, but that was just the one that was like, wow. I love that scene. That scene was just crazy. Oh my god, but this movie was so good. I don't know why I didn't think Wanda was going to be the main villain. I don't know why I didn't think that. She was. What am I thinking? Believing other people, Nightmare is gonna show up. God, why didn't I not see that? I'm so mad that I didn't see that. But it's perfect. I loved her as the villain, and I loved her scene. I think she stole the show. She was so scary on screen. Her presence and everything about her character was just so crazy, and she's insane. She is the true Scarlet Witch, and oh my god, wow, she was killing it throughout the entire movie. Oh, I did not expect that. Why did I not even think about that happening? The thing I did get right, though, was the two storylines of Doctor Strange having his journey going on that with America Chavez, and then Scarlet Witch trying to find her children. I was right about that. But I had it flip-flopped when I thought there would be two different Wandas. Because I thought that we would have the Wanda of the MCU, our Wanda, actually be the nice one and help out and kind of be regretful for the things she did in WandaVision. At the beginning, that's what she tried to make it seem like, but she was just playing us all a fool. But for her to go into another universe and take over a good Wanda's body and just kill the Illuminati was crazy. Just, wow, I did not think that was gonna happen, and that's what I meant. I did not think Marvel would have the balls to do that. I did not think they were really gonna show us people's head exploding. Black Bolt, the way he died was crazy, and I did not expect that to happen. The way he's just feeling and then he freaks out and his head just explode. Marvel, you're crazy. You're crazy, and I hope you keep going on this route, and I hope you keep pushing limits, because I loved it, and I know you're trying to make movies towards a younger audience, but us, the adults, will love this kind of movies that you would put out if you keep going this way. Wow, just Marvel, man. They did it. They really did it. But I wish that we explored the multiverse more. I wish we went to different universes other than the one with just the Illuminati in it. I wish we got to see more people. I'm sure we would have, but then COVID happened, delayed shooting. Then they fired their director, and then they brought on Sam Raimi, and then Sam Raimi had to go do reshoots. So I bet you they were gonna have more characters, but they just cut them out, for a story or a runtime. But with what we got, I'm still happy. I am still very happy with this movie, and I loved it. It's the sorcery, the magic in this movie is so sick. I am a person who loves movies with magic. Harry Potter. I grew up watching Harry Potter, and so I loved the magic battles. And when Doctor Strange came out, it was our first kind of wizard in Marvel. And I loved that movie. I loved the sorcery and all the spells that they casted. And in this one, we kind of dive more into the story of magic. We find out about dark magic, the dark hold. And then we find out about the good book, where it can grant anybody what they need to defeat their opponent. I forgot what the book, Ashanti, I think that's what it's called. I was just gonna say I forgot it, but I think it's the Book of Ashanti. I think I loved how we dive deeper into that story of just, now we know there's a lot of different type of magic out there, and the battles between Doctor Strange and Wanda were so sick. Honestly, just seeing Doctor Strange use his tricks on Wanda, but then Wanda outsmarting him, was just so crazy. And I totally forgot that Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme and not Doctor Strange. I totally forgot about that until they kept mentioning it throughout the movie. And I think they did that because I think some people forgot that Wong was the Sorcerer Supreme. Maybe it's just me, but maybe other people too. I guess I can take back what I said about Wong. He is useful. And that's something that did prove me wrong in this movie. He was very useful, very knowledgeable, and I'm glad that they didn't kill him. But I just hope they use him more throughout the next movies, because he is very knowledgeable, very helpful. You know, he can really, he knows a lot of things that are useful. So I hope they keep him around and keep him, you know, fighting, because he is pretty good in fighting. Like in the beginning when he's fighting the giant tentacle monster, he was killing it. You know, the moves he was doing and the spells he was casting, he was killing it. I loved the whole scene in the beginning with the wedding and the tentacle monster. That moment is what I was referring to when I kind of got Spider-Man vibes, because the music just sounded like when Spider-Man was running down an alley and just took off his shirt and the Spider-Man logo, you know, in his costume. We kind of get that similar in Doctor Strange, where he's at the wedding and then he turns his suit into his Doctor Strange uniform. With the music added to it, I was just like, dude, I see parallel universes right now. The multiverse. That was really cool to see, and I got many scenes like that throughout the film. And I love Sam Raimi that he brought in his horror elements, like from stuff from Drag Me to Hell and Evil Dead. He brought influences from those into this movie, and he used them so well and perfectly right where they needed. And he is a man of horror, and he knew how to scare the audience, because some people were kind of like gasping at certain moments when Wanda came out of the little dong or whatever, the thing you hit, and they're like doing, where she comes out of that crawling out and her bones are just messed up and you hear her bones kind of like cracking and her body just twists. Like, that was scary. And I know kids will be afraid of that. A lot of the scenes, like with the red eyes on Wanda when she appears in the dark, that's pretty frightening too. And the creatures that she has beside her helping her when she gets to the temple, or the throne as she puts it, those creatures too are pretty scary. And even some of the monsters that Doctor Strange fights in this movies are pretty scary. And the scene where with the Illuminati, like, that scene's crazy. Seeing Mr. Fantastic die, one of our beloved heroes that we loved and couldn't wait to see, they killed him. And she knew that he had kids, because he mentions before they fight, Wanda, I have kids of my own. I know what it's like, and I know what it would feel like to lose them. And she's like, I don't care. I just hope they have a mom. That's not what she said, but that's kind of like, you know, in that same area. And then she just goes and kills him with no remorse, no care in the world. She killed him. And I just thought in that scene, I was like, dude, who's gonna tell the wife and kids that the dad just died? Oh my god, it was so crazy. And so, like, Captain Carter getting the shield just thrown through her was crazy, and something I did not expect either. Oh my god, and I just loved that Marvel really did all this. They had the balls to do it. They proved that they can push the limit on a PG-13 rating, and I wish they did it more. And another scene that I loved was when she was fighting all the sorcerers at the I don't know how to say it, but at the temple where Doctor Strange and Wong were keeping America Chavez safe, when Wanda showed up and started fighting all of them. That was also really well done. I loved it. That was just so crazy. The fact that she was looking for somebody weak to kind of manipulate, and which she succeeded in, was so crazy to see. And how everything else went down, the people she was like hurting, man, I love the visual effects in this movie. Like when they travel through the portal and they go through different universes and then they go through that paint one. The effects and the graphics were so good, so well done. That post-credit scene, what does that mean? I honestly did not know who that girl was. From what I saw, I assume she is a evil, another witch maybe, and she has the ability to go into the dark realm. That's what it looked like, because it looked like the same place that Doctor Strange fought Dormammu in Doctor Strange, the first one that came out. It looked similar. So I assume she has the ability to travel there, but why does she need Doctor Strange? So I still have that question. And is the multiverse closed? Because that's something I never really understood. Or was it even open in the first place, and the only way they can really travel was through America Chavez? Maybe that was it. Maybe the multiverse was never opened. So that's another thing I probably got wrong too. But what does this mean for the character of Doctor Strange? Since he used the Darkhold, is he going to be evil now? How much did that taint his spirit? And why does he have a third eye? I mean, I know the evil Strange, the one who kind of lost himself, had the third eye, but why? I mean, I guess that comes from reading the book. What significance does it have? Is that what makes you evil? Does it make you stronger? There's some of those questions that I have about that too. And the fact that he was in the middle of the street, like hurting, screaming, why? There's a lot of questions that I have. And the few things that I didn't like, I'm just going to point out real fast. There was a scene where he's fighting Evil Strange, and then they start having like a musical note battle. Yeah, that was like weird to me. I was just like, why is this happening? It was kind of goofy funny in a way, when it was like, should have been more action, more sorcery than that. So I didn't really like that scene. I wasn't a big fan. Also, I didn't like the fact that America Chavez didn't try to look for her parents afterwards. After the whole Wanda thing was settled and everything, she didn't bother to go look for them. Now that she kind of can control her power, she wanted to stay with Doctor Strange and learn how to use magic. Maybe that wasn't her decision. Maybe it was Doctor Strange. He suggested it, like, hey, you should stick around and learn how to control your powers more. That I understand. But I would like to see kind of her story be happy in a way by finding her parents. Also, another question that I have, is Wanda dead? Is she? I don't know if I couldn't tell, because she's very powerful, and I don't think a bunch of rocks falling on her will kill her. I think she could move those or protect herself with like a shield or a force field, if you want to call it that. And then with that last energy blast after the whole temple fell, I don't know if that was her still being alive or that meant she died. I hope she didn't die. I don't think she died. But if I have to give this movie a rating out of 5, I honestly will give it a 4 out of 5. I thought this movie was really good. It did have a little errors, but I still loved it, and I had a really good time watching this movie. And I can't wait to see what you guys have to think about this movie, what your favorite parts were, what parts you didn't like. Feel free to leave me down any thoughts you may have on the movie in this comment section below. And boy, oh boy, this movie was so good, and I know I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about it, maybe for the entire weekend. But we finally got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and it was awesome. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching my spoiler review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It meant a lot. Make sure to leave me down your thoughts in the comment section below, and also to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. My name's TMTRE. This has been my spoiler review. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.